Well, it was reported to me, something that I read some years ago, something that a Nazi lieutenant said. He was talking to one of his sergeants during the battle, World War II, during a battle. And he said, during one of the breaks in the battle, to one of his sergeants, you know, after we Germans conquer the world and take it over, we're going to have to help build up an opponent somewhere. We don't know where it is right now, but we will build up some people somewhere to be very strong so that we can crush them again. That's the white supremacist mentality. That's the Romanesque mentality. That was Julius Caesar and Alexander the Great. My 8th grade teacher told me that Alexander the Great had conquered so many people that when he finally got to what I think is now Egypt and looked south and saw nothing but desert, he sat down and cried. Why? Because there were no more people to conquer, no more people to slaughter, no more people to misuse. He had run out of people. And that same mentality prevails today. That's why the history books is full of the glorification of people like Alexander the Great, Julius Caesar, Caligula, Nero, Hitler. He's being glorified indirectly. Even people who say they despise him, they glorify him. Hitler is the most prominent person in the 20th century by any measure. Adolf Hitler. Adolf Schicklgruber Hitler, a former failed artist and paper hanger, is the most distinctive person in the entire 20th century. This is why they talk about him more than anybody. Why? Because he was a destroyer on a grand scale, a manipulator, a arch propagandist that could influence people to do great things, but in order to destroy. In other words, the white supremacist philosophy, build, 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 build. They believe in building. They're the greatest builders in the world, and they're also the greatest destroyers. After they build, they destroy. Then they build again, then destroy. They will educate, so-called, a black person. I mean, pay that black person all kinds of money, big money. Dress that black person up in fancy clothes. Give them everything that the black person wants. And then, watch it, even in show business, then they will start destroying that person. Give that person drugs, so that the person's mind begins to go. Then the next thing you know, their body is gone. And then they'll say, well, that's the way things work out. That's all planned. That's the kind of minds that they have. You have to study. All you have to do, don't take Neely Fuller's word for nothing. Just look at the way they operate. They're right in your face. They're hiding in plain sight. They build up to tear down. Build up to tear down. All of their folklore, their movies and whatnot, is all about building up and tearing down. They like mysteries, and that's what they are doing. Labor is nothing but working to get a result, and that's what they are doing. I have to come to that conclusion until I see otherwise, because I don't know how it's going to play out, but I know the history of the system of white supremacy. They don't do anything without thinking in terms of being destructive in the end.